Okay, so we have the kidneys, we have the ureters that lead down to the urinary bladder, and then the urethra. Next, on the gross anatomy of a kidney, we have the hilus, which is the end, like the hole right here. We have the renal capsule made of dense irregular connective tissue. The medulla is this inner portion. The cortex is the outer portion. The renal pyramids are right there. The columns are in between the pyramids. The major calyx are these. The minor calyx are in between. And the renal pelvis is right here.
Following the blood flow in and out of the kidney, we have the renal artery going to the segmental artery, which reaches the lobar artery. After the lobar, it goes into the interlobar artery, and then it reaches the arcuate artery, going up into the interlobular artery, where it reaches the afferent arteriole, which goes through the glomerulus, out through the efferent arteriole, and then it reaches the peritubular capillaries, which covers the whole cortex. And then we goes down to the interlobar vein. And then we reach the arcuate vein, where it flows down to the interlobular vein, and it exits out through the renal vein.
This whole structure is the nephron. Blood enters the glomerulus through the afferent arteriole, and then down through the proximal convoluted tubule into the loop of Henle, passing over the arcuate artery and the arcuate vein. It's the loop of Henle. Back through the distal convoluted tubule into the collecting duct. Once the filtrate passes the loop of Henle at the collecting duct, it's called the papillary duct, and the filtrate is urine. The whole nephron on the cortex is covered by peritubular capillaries that absorb water and salt. Down at the loop of Henle, it's covered by peritubular capillaries called the vasa recta that only absorb water.
Stop. Oh, I gotta press it. Okay. Okay, so when you're in the urinary bladder is surrounded by the detrusor muscle. Inside, you have your left and right ureters, and the opening of the urethra all meet in the trigone. Over here on this model, we have the internal urinary sphincter is right there. The external urinary sphincter, which is skeletal muscle, so it's voluntary, is right by the urogenital diaphragm. And then when it comes to the urethra, in the male urethra, we have the prostatic urethra, which crosses through the, what is this called? The prostate gland, sorry. And then when we reach the urogenital diaphragm, we get to the membranous urethra, and then the rest is the spongy urethra. In women, all you have is the membranous urethra because it's shorter. We done. Oh shit, that recorded.